Iggy Azalea makes $307,000 in 24 hours on OnlyFans after telling her fans she would never ever join it. What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. Okay, Iggy Azalea doing it big. I don't know if y'all know who Iggy Azalea is. I'm sure you do, unless you're living under a rock. But Iggy Azalea joined OnlyFans and caked up real quick, and I'm sure she's happy. OnlyFans is happy. Her fans is probably happy. I'm going to read some inserts from this article, and we're going to have a conversation, all right? Iggy Azalea announced her collaborations with OnlyFans last week, and in her first 24 hours of launching, she reportedly made $307,000. She made the announcement in an Instagram post that read, "Surprise, I'm dropping a mixed media project called Hotter Than Hell. There's photographs, visual art collabs, video, merch, and all kinds of aesthetically pleasing, hot as hell things happening this year. You can get first look content and updates on my new OnlyFans account." This comes after Iggy told her fans that she'd never be on OnlyFans. In April 2021, Iggy wrote, "I think OnlyFans can be really empowering for some people, but I would never ever join," capital letters. "I don't want to make that type of content, and it only F's up the bag for people on there who really bout that life. Shout out to the baddies, though." So, Iggy Azalea did what most things do. Well, I mean, most people do when things are looking a certain kind of way, right? I'm not saying that, I'm not going to say, because I don't know her financial situation, right? But things start to change when you need to bag a different kind of way. Now, I'm sure she's still getting paper however she was getting it, but ain't no paper like this OnlyFans paper. I can't think of nothing that you're going to get $307,000 in 24 hours other than an OnlyFans. I can't, it ain't no other way. I don't know how fast you can get that kind of money. And I'm sure OnlyFans pays you that money immediately. That's a big bag. Sounds like, so let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. Iggy's beautiful, got a lot of fans, millions of fans on her Twitter. And I'm going to assume when she made that statement about she had never joined OnlyFans, that's when the people at OnlyFans was like, hold my beer. Challenge accepted. I guarantee you, this OnlyFans thing was cooking up for a while, and they've been chasing her for a while. Probably since she made the statement. And they were like, we're going to wear her down. Sooner or later, she's going to do this. Now, I don't know if she's getting really... Well, I think she is, because she said, when I went on her Twitter, I think yesterday, just to see what she was talking about with this, and she was like, it's going to be risque. It's going to be way more erotic pictures on there than you can get on her Twitter. And her Twitter pretty much turned. So I'm like, so anything more than this going to have to be... They're going to have to see a whole bunch of other things going on, right? So I feel like the content is going to be a little more heavy than what she got going on right now. But I feel like they were chasing her, and what happened is they needed a vehicle to make it make sense. And I'm sure her camp is going to make it like, we cooked this whole hotter than hell thing up. And I'm sure they probably did, but they wasn't thinking about this for no OnlyFans. OnlyFans had to probably, I'm going to say this. OnlyFans was in the picture because OnlyFans had to be inserting themselves. Most of these singers and dancers and Twitter people, and they're not thinking of OnlyFans. She already told you, I'll never do it. I'll never do it. A birdie got in her ear with that money. And they were like, OnlyFans is paying gigantic bags. And I'm willing to bet that $307,000 ain't the only bag she got. I'm gonna assume she got a bag to even consider the project in the first place. I'm just going on a limb. And a lot of times I'm right. I feel like somebody threw her bag to even start the process going that she's going to even be on OnlyFans, because she told you, I would never do it. You don't just reverse course like that for no reason. So I feel like everything's a money grab, but I feel like this one is more of a money grab because it's like when Cardi joined OnlyFans, right? Cardi B joined OnlyFans, and from what I'm hearing, you didn't get no nudies, you didn't get no videos of her giving Offset the deep throat. You didn't get none of that. What you thought you was gonna get. You got more shots of her the same way you getting her on regular videos, just different outfits, different things that. And I heard in a lot of ways it's some of the same stuff that be on her own Twitter. So joining her OnlyFans was just for her to get money. It was only money for her, right? I feel like this is the same thing. She's basing it around a whole project called Hotter Than Hell, which when you start making projects, that means, oh, she's saying it's artsy and this and that. That means, oh, we're going to make this appear to be a certain way. We're not just coming out with, bam, I'm doing OnlyFans. No, it's going to be, no, this is my very artsy collaborative, and we're going to release it on OnlyFans. Nah, this is what it is. You're putting up on OnlyFans. Let's just simplify it. And I'm not knocking, do your thing. I don't have no problem with anybody on OnlyFans, but let's keep it. I know you're doing it where it looks more professional and more thought out, more classy. But end of the day, you're on OnlyFans. People are paying money to see you in a very risque situation, right? It is what it is. You got all the assets. Why not use it when you're young? My whole thing is, if you're saying that these people are going to suffer when you jump on there, no, they're going to be fine, right? But if that's your stance, what happened since from last year to this year? That ain't even been 12 months ago. Because we're still in January, if I'm not mistaken, and you said that last April. It hasn't even been 12 months, and you already got this situation lit up. It's already live. People are already paying for it. So for somebody to change their stance in a year, less than a year, there has to be a reason. If you thought that it was going to hurt the creators that was already on there, which I think was only said to try to clean up a statement that was looking down on them, honestly. You said, I'll never, ever be on OnlyFans, and then you elaborated saying, I don't want to make that type of content. It only F's with the bag for people that are really on there about that life. Shout out to the baddies, though. You try to clean it up, but you say, I don't want to make that type of content. What's the difference from last year to this year? I'm going to tell you what the difference is. I believe OnlyFans been trying to groom this chick for all that time. They said challenge accepted, and they won. They start telling her the kind of bags that could come. They start throwing like the bad baby bag. They start throwing the Cardi bag. They made super unbelievable amounts of money in days. I think Bad Baby made $52 million in like a month, right? Who is her damn nemesis at this point? These two are like oil and water. Bad Baby and Iggy Azalea, Twitter clashes and things of that nature. Bad Baby's telling her she's the old news and all this stuff like that. So it only makes sense if you're seeing this is your nemesis. And this girl barely 21, 22 years old, and she just made $52 million. I believe she stands to make upwards of $300 million at the, you know what I'm saying? In this year coming up, something ridiculous, right? Some girl in Sweden just make $400 something million just in the 1 year alone because she's so popular on there. Those kind of numbers make you start to think about, maybe I can get on there. It ain't just you're looking at it like, oh, these girls are stripping or whatever. Nah, it ain't that no more, bro. These girls is doing porn or whatever. They ain't that no more. Now they making real bags. They making mega millions. They making Powerball money. The ticket, when you win the ticket, that type of money, right? So it's enough to consider your how you would sit up on a high horse telling us, I'll never do that. I don't want to make that kind of content. They had to figure out a way to get that bag and not go back on your word and make the same kind of content. So we're going to call it, it's going to be themed, and we're going to have a whole rollout. Good. Do whatever you feel. Music is going to be, do whatever you need to make you feel better about doing it, man. It's nothing wrong with it. Right? There's nothing wrong with it. But just be clear, it's still OnlyFans. They still got to click it, pay $3.99, $7.99, whatever it costs, just like every other chick on there. So it's not special, right? End of the day, I don't have no problem with anybody living a life judgment free. Do your thing. I have no issues with it. We all got a way to eat. Sex workers and everybody of that nature, I have no problem with what you're doing, right? But I just want to be clear. This is not some holier than thou project for the art school. This is a OnlyFans account, right? Let me know what y'all think about Iggy Azalea. Will you pay for it? Are you watching? Are you looking for it? Are you waiting for leaks? Are you fiended out? I don't know. But she did make 300. Salute to her. So, congratulations. She made 300,000 in 24 hours. So that trajectory, that's millions, bruh. That's mad millions. And OnlyFans making mad millions. Every time one of these females go on there, or males go on there and run it up, 1 million, 2 million. OnlyFans got a nice little size cut off that. Just for providing a platform. So let me know what you think in the comments. Iggy Azalea did it big, $307,000 in 24 hours. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. CLBMG.com. Peace.
CLB.